there. This is my first ever video blog, podcast, whatever you want to call it. And I thought I would give this a try because I've been running out of time to write. I don't have the time to sit down and type everything out anymore like I used to. So I thought I would try a different aspect on how to get out all my thoughts and everything that I want to share with everybody. So for those of you who don't know, I am Peppermint Mocha Mama, also known as PMM, or you can just call me Amy. That's what my family does. And I have been around for 5 years, 6 years, I think. I started blogging when my kids went away with my parents up to Texas for the summer. And I was a stay-at-home mom, and I didn't have anything to do because they were gone. And I missed them. And you can only clean so much, and I had a very, very clean house. So I thought, well, okay, what else can I do? And I started writing stuff down. And initially it was, I'm going to write about this, I'm going to write about that, and I'll be hoity-toity. And I'm just not. I'm not a hoity-toity person, never have been, I don't think I ever could be. I tell it like it is. If my kids are acting up, I'll tell you my kids are acting up. If my kids are being good, I will share they're being good. If I'm being dumb, I will share that I'm being dumb, because we all are at points in our lives. So I lay it raw. I think someone told me I just lay it all bare, and I do, because I don't see the point. I can't lie, because if I lie, then I have to keep up with it, and I just don't have the brain power, the energy, or the inclination to do so. So I just tell you all the truth, and if it looks ugly to some, then it looks ugly to some, and if it looks great, then yay. So, I mean, usually this stuff is just for me anyway. I always get excited when other people join in. I'm always amazed when I see that people commented, or, I mean, you know, you have a blog that you write for fun, which is like an online diary, and you've got, I don't know, on average 1,500 people viewing it a day. It kind of makes you go, that's kind of weird. But yeah, that's what it got to, and I felt bad because I wasn't writing every day like I used to, and so I thought, well, I need something to do that'll still get it out there, because I still have stuff I want to say. I just don't have time to sit down and type it. So that's me in a nutshell. What I do creatively, I like to take photographs. I used to like to write. I still like to write. I just don't have time to do it. So photography, writing, I knit, I crochet. I have learned how to sew in the past few months, and that is a lot of fun. And those are pretty much my creative hobbies. I'm a big old nerd. I like Star Trek. I like Star Wars. I love Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings. I love, well, pretty much anything that's nerdy and out there. Firefly. I've watched it. I love it. And Gilmore Girls. It's not really nerdy, but it's got a little cult following. So that's me. That's my blogging history and creative history. In case you wonder why I look over here, this is how anal retentive I am. I have a list of topics so I don't get lost, because I've never done this before. So those of you who are first joining in and seeing everything, you're not alone, because this is the first time I've turned this on. So the first person I actually really got involved watching podcasts and seeing things is my friend. I call her Knick Knack. And she has her own video blog that she does. It's called Addicted to Yarn. And so, Knick Knack, I'm honoring you by borrowing your format of doing things. And I'm sure once I get more comfortable, I'll turn into my own. But for now, you know, I just kind of go with the flow from what I've seen. And I just love her. She's the sweetest woman ever. If you've never seen her video blog, her little podcasts or whatever, go check it out. It's called Addicted to Yarn. She's on YouTube. Okay, so work in progresses. I have a lot, so I haven't brought them all out because I have Project ADD. This is my little bag, my little owls. This is my project bag that holds the things that go in my purse. Or if my purse is too small, it can loop around itself and it goes in the outside of my purse. But my husband, he's known around the internet world as Pokey, because he pokes people, pokes you in the belly. He is always cold. He was born in Florida. He was born here. He was born in Florida. And so if it gets below 75 degrees, my husband's freezing to death. Can't stand it. It's so cold. I can handle it. I have insulation. I'm a fluffy girl. I don't get that cold. But he freezes. So I've made him several hats over the years that we've been married. The first hat was knit flat. and it had a seam up the back. He loved it. He wore it forever. I felt horrible giving him a seam tap, but he loved it, wore it forever, and it was worsted weight. And then a couple years ago, it just started looking ratty. So I made him one that was chunky weight, big, bulky hat. He doesn't wear that one as much. I don't think he likes it, but he won't tell me. So I made him another one that was worsted weight, and he wears that a lot. And so that was my Periscope. And so I decided that since it's not supposed to be real cold, but he always gets cold, and he needs like an in-between hat, I'm doing sock head. So here I am. Now, I know sock head's supposed to have 4 inches of ribbon on the bottom, and I do not. And that is because my husband, bless his heart, could not figure out what to do with 4 inches of ribbon. He was like, it's too long, I don't know what to do. And I was like, no, he doesn't sound that way. That's just how I hear him. It's a running joke. I said, well, you flip it up, and that way you'll have extra covering on your ears. And he's like, well, what if it's not even? And it just caused him so much stress over what could be done that I thought, okay, well, I'm going to have to make him something that's not going to cause him emotional distress when he puts it on. So here it is. That's where I am so far. And I take this with me everywhere. This is wherever I've got a free moment. If I'm sitting in the car, if I'm waiting on my husband going on a lunch date, if we're waiting on food at the restaurants, if I'm going to knitting group and I need something mindless to work on. Here's the yarn that I'm using. And it is 75% superwash wool and 25% polyamide, and I think that's what gives it that little stretchy bit to it. This was sent to me. This was sent to me by someone when I was playing Nerd Wars, and I helped her. I helped her with a pattern doing something. I can't remember. I think it was crochet, but I'm not for certain. But anyway, she lived in Germany, and she's like, "Well, I have to send you something. You have to make socks." And I'm like, "I've never made socks. I don't want to make socks. Socks are hard." And so she says, "No, you have to make socks. This is the best sock yarn ever. You have to make socks." So she sent me this yarn, and it is beautiful. And the colors are coming up pretty true. It's rusty browns and mossy greens and tan, and it's going to look really great on my husband. But that's my thing that I'm working on now, and it's easy, it's fun, it's mindless. It will go on forever. I actually held the ends and stuck it on his head last night, and I'm about halfway there if I'm going to make just a regular old toboggan that fits. But I was planning on making it a little slouchy, which may throw him for a loop because I've never made him a slouchy hat and he might not know what to do with it. Sorry, my yarn is tangled. So there's that. And that's what I'm working on now. That goes with me everywhere because I love this little bag. It had a mate and I lost it in a move. I loved these bags, and I can't remember who the girl was that made them for me. I bought them from her Etsy shop. So if you look on my Etsy shop favorites, you will see she's in there somewhere, and God love her, I forgot her name. But no, she made these for me because she's like, well, what do you like? And I was like, I like owls, and I was in a green mood. It's like, I like owls and I like green, and so she made me beautiful little bags. It was a set, but I lost the other one. I don't know where it went. So my next big project that I'm working on is, this is my bag from Barnes & Noble, the holiday collection. It has bells on it. And they have it as, I think it's a red reindeer is what Hobbit got for her school bag for Christmas. She likes tote bags instead of backpacks. So she got that, and there was a white, I don't remember what was on the white one. It might have been a green Christmas tree. I'm not for certain. Hers is red with white fake stitching that looks like a reindeer. Mine's blue, and it has a snowflake on it. And then there's a white one, and I can't remember what it is. Obviously, it wasn't pretty because I didn't pick it up. Well, it wasn't pretty to me. I'm sure it's pretty to somebody. That was ugly. Apologize. Okay, so this is, sorry, I had a weird pop-up. This is a shawl that I play in the Harry Potter House Cup. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's a group on Ravelry, and we play in an imaginary Harry Potter world, and I'm sorted into Slytherin. And best house ever, sorry, I'm a little biased. Sorted into Slytherin, and we knit and crochet and weave and dye, and sometimes there's non-Ravelry crafts that we can do. And we do it all for points for the House Cup win. And this was my mission, and I failed. It was part of the Order of the Phoenix, and I failed my mission. Here it is thus far. And I hope you can see that. It's a really pretty shade of purple, and the pattern is lovely. I mean, I really do like it. It's on my Ravelry page as Ambassador's Cloak, and I wanted to finish it, and God love my mission chief. She had more faith in me than I did. Because she's like, you can do that. It needs to be bigger. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do bigger. And I ended up, I got about halfway, I think. So I did pretty good. I didn't finish it. And the yarn, all right, let me preface this. I'm not a yarn snob. I can be. I do like certain higher end yarns. I love Malabrigio. I love Barocco. I love Three Irish Girls. Plucky Knitter. I love all of that stuff. I can't afford it all the time. And I know other people have that challenge too. So I'm not above going down to Joann's and grabbing whatever is on sale that feels soft. And some yarns, like Karen, the Karen brand stuff, unfortunately, I don't know what I break out in a rash when I use that one, and I don't know why. Other acrylics I don't have a challenge with, just that particular one. So I play with the yarns when I go into the yarn store, and I stick my hands in and I feel them. And this is Rainbow Classics by Pearl Essence, which is Joann's brand of yarn. And it's listed as a number 5 bulky, but I've got to tell you, look at that. Let me back up a little bit. It's not bulky. It's not. It's like a heavy worsted more than it is a bulky. But it's very soft. I got this in a very pretty mint green. And I made my granddaughter, my newest granddaughter, a baby blanket out of it. And it came out so soft and squishy. And, I've gotten pictures of her laying on it, so I guess she likes it. But this is really good stuff. This particular skein of yarn, it is, how much is in here? 615 yards, which is 312 grams or 11 ounces. Usually runs about $9. I got it on sale for half off. So I picked up some. I've got another skein of this. The color's not really showing true. It's got more red in it than it's coming up more blue right now. I don't know why. But think of a washed out Barney the dinosaur toy. It's got more red undertones than it does blue. But it's really pretty and it's soft and I like it. But that's that. And this, like I said, it's about a quarter of the way done. And it's either going to be for my daughter Peanut, who graduates Flagler University this April, or probably not. I was going to say, or I was going to give it to Howlett's teacher as part of her Christmas gift package. There's no way I'm going to get it done in time because I only have till the 17th, and yeah, I just don't have the brain power. We're going to put this bag over here because it's big. So that's that one. The next I have, okay, speaking of the House Cup, last term, when I finished the baby blanket that I was telling you about, I had to knit. I wanted to knit more lace because I was very proud of myself. I did my first ever lace project reading a chart, and I was so proud. Because, see, I learned how to knit. I knit first, and then I knit for years, and I did very simple things, and I get frustrated with it, and I put it down, and I pick it back up, and I put it down. And then I learned how to crochet, which I learned to do the week that Danny, also known as Peanut, graduated high school, which was May of 2011. So I learned how to make a granny square then. And I was crocheting ever since because it was instant gratification. It was fast. I got it. Things just came and were completed, and it was awesome. But so then I picked up knitting again really hard and heavy about a year ago. And I decided I was going to try everything, and I wasn't going to be afraid because the worst that would happen is I could rip it out. So I started this shawl, and I'm not sure what it's under my Ravelry page as, but can you see that? It's really neat. I like it. It's a lot of fun. It's a DK weight. This is Knit Picks. Knit Picks is another guilty pleasure of mine. Yeah. This was actually, I bought this yarn to make a TARDIS shawl, and then I read bigger on the inside, and I decided I did not want to pick up that many stitches. I was not there in my knitting career yet, so I chickened out. And I'm making this. This is Swish DK from Knit Picks. This color is called Dusk. It's very pretty. I like it. And this is a project bag that I made. You know those Jane Austen knit books, and they have the, I don't know how to say, what is it, ridicule bags? Ridicule bags? I don't know. The tiny little white bag in the Jane Austen knits. You're supposed to do it on lace weight. Well, yeah, I don't have lace weight because no. Fiddly yarn, fiddly sticks, not happening. So I did it in, these are both Knit Pick colors. It's Swish DK. And I had them in, I think this is Peapod and Silver. I believe it's just with the two R's, Peapod and Silver. There's the herringbone stitch on the bottom. This is what happens when you do it in DK weight. And then I did just as many repeats as I was supposed to, and I stitched the edges, and it made a really nice medium-sized project bag. I even lined it. Very proud of me. It has a gathered lining. See? But yeah, I've got, I'll show you how big it is. I had 2 extra skeins in there. So there's that. This, I don't know when I'm going to get back to working on it, but I do love it. I just need to get back and working on it. So put that away. So there's that one. And then the other day I needed something to take that wasn't Pokey's hat, because after a while knitting with on size 2 needles with sock weight, it makes my hands go, ew, I don't like you. And I have to apologize, so I move on to a heavier weight yarn. So I was looking for this hat that I knew I had started, and oh, here's the bag. I got this at Barnes & Noble on a date with my husband. We like to wander through bookstores. He got me coffee in a bag. He knows me. So I started this hat. As you can see, it is not very far at all. It's just going to be a regular old slouch, just a vanilla slouch, nothing fancy. This yarn is much brighter than it is showing up on screen for some reason. It's very bright. It's very happy. I love it. It's by Ellie Belly. I don't think she's in business anymore. I won this a while ago. I named one of her patterns, and the winner got 2 skeins of yarn. So I opted for this because I thought it was pretty. It's like Dragon something is the name. It's in my stash. I don't remember what it's called. But it's a lovely yarn. My only challenge with it, and this is going to sound weird, it's very grippy. Like you can see, I've got Knit Picks nickel plated circulars, right? And there's not a lot of stitches on here. It's not like they're jammed and having trouble moving, but it's so grippy. I get frustrated because it's grippy. It's hard to do. So there's that. And then the last thing, well, no, I have 2 things. All right, so for years, this was made for me. Isn't it cute? It's totally me. This was made for me by Cindy Knits on Ravelry. I won it in the Slytherin Prize Patrol. And she said, hey, you want a project bag of mine? Woohoo, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know. Whatever you think looks like me. And did she nail it? It's pink, it has Minnie Mouse on it, and polka dots. I mean, come on. It doesn't get any more me than that. So she made me this bag, and I love it. It is my big project bag, and she made me a big one because she knows that I crochet a lot of shawls and big things, and so she made me something big because she wanted me to have something big, and I loved it. I use it all the time for my big stuff. But my husband for years has been asking me to make him a sweater. And for a while I got away with not doing it because I told him about the boyfriend sweater curse. And he told me he hadn't been my boyfriend in years. So I had to make him a sweater. And I started one. I did. I started one years ago. And it had a cabled front, and I messed up on the sleeve somehow. But he outgrew it before I got it finished, so I frogged it. And now I'm starting a new one. And he chose this yarn. I got this yarn from, I think it was Demora. It is Aaron's Special by Stylecraft. The color is, I think it's Emperor. The color is Emperor. And it's this beautiful, beautiful, deep purple. Can you see that? It's gorgeous. This is in my Ravelry project page too. I can't remember the name of the pattern. Right now we're just in the boring part of it. And then when I get up about chest length, it's going to start cabling. So I'm excited to get there. But as you can see, it's going to take a while to get to that exciting part. So I slug along. But that's my awesome bag. It's so cool. Thank you, Cindy. I love my bag. I know I've told you that repeatedly, but I'm telling you again. So there's that. And the last thing that I have, I started this morning. Okay, so Hobbiton Girl Scouts, right? And they're going camping this weekend. Well, the Girl Scout troop leader told me that they're going to go hiking and all this other stuff, and Sammy has to have her inhaler with her at all times because they're going to go like a mile out, and you can't be out and have to run back to the cabin to get the inhaler. And I'm like, well, Sammy, put it in your pocket. She's like, no, it might fall out. I don't want to lose it. So she asked me to make a little pouch that she can wear around her neck that'll hold her inhaler. So I'm on the final bit. Yes, it is neon pink and neon yellow. I'm on the final bit. Her little inhaler is going to go in there. And I'm going to line it with, I don't have it over here with me because it's huge. I'm going to line it with an oilcloth that I've already cut up to make the project that I'm going to show you in a bit called a sit-upon. So there's that. It's just a little circle. She'll love it because she's weird. So sewing projects. The sit-upon. See, it's this. This is a sit-upon. Well, it has a strap, but this is a sit-upon. Now, any of you, if you've ever been in Girl Scouts, you know when you go to sit around a campfire, you need something to sit on to keep your bottom from getting dirty and to not sit on something hard and not fun and be uncomfortable. So normally what they do, a lot of the girls have taken plasticky placemats and glued them together and just like stuck a t-shirt in there so it had a little cushion to it, and that's their sit-upon. Well, it didn't sound very comfortable to me, and if I'm going to sit down on the ground, I'm going to sit on something comfy. So I found an oilcloth. I bought it at Target. It was like $5. It's a Christmas one because it's Christmas time. And I made there's no lining to it or anything. I just made a square, took the measurements of the pillow. I made the lining. I put a zipper on it. I made a handle out of the same bag because she's going to carry it, and this goes around her body. I have a pillow form that I got from Joann's. It was like $3 or something. It wasn't very expensive at all. And then you just stick the pillow inside the little bag here. And you zip it closed. Now the reason my pillow is smaller than the bag by a good bit is because when you sit, the air flips out, and I didn't want her to kill it. So, but now when she comes home and it's all wet and gross or whatever, I can take it out. I can wash the pillow. I can put it back in. It just wipes off. And then when she's camping, she has something to sleep on for her head because nobody remembers their pillow. Now she does. There's no pattern to it. It's just find a pillow that you like, that you want to, that's comfy to sit on. Take the oilcloth, fold it in half, cut it out. The strap, you make whatever length you want, sew up 3 sides of it. Very proud about the zipper. Look at that, I did so well. Can you see how good that is? So that's my sit-upon. That was my latest sewing project. My other sewing projects have all been given away, except for one. I have one here. This, covered in buddy dog hair. Goodness. This, you see that? This was the bottom of a skirt. I've had this skirt for years, like 12, 15 years. Well, the skirt bit the dust. I went to zip it up one day. I don't know if it was for church or if it was for program thing at Sam's school, but Sam's also a Hobbit, by the way. But yeah, it ripped right at the waistband. The material was just faded and it was done. I was like, oh, great. But I love the Eeyore. I mean, come on. So I learned how to make a triangle bag. And I thought, well, this will be great for my little projects. It's good for crochet, not for knitting. None of my hooks fit in it. I had the Pokey's hat in there for a while, but it didn't work. These made me drop a stitch. I wasn't happy about it. These are part of Hobbit's teacher gift. She loves homemade items. She has always, I made her a bag for the first day of school. And this big old blueberry bag, huge thing, 18 by 16, big old bag. It never touches the ground. It sits in her chair. She sits on the floor. Sammy says she loves it. So she appreciates homemade bags. I made her a tote. I sewed a tote. And it was 4 different colors. I have the pattern. Where's the pattern? Here it is. Because I'm going to make the other one. I made this tote. And I did the 4 different colors. I had the lining and the pockets and everything in it. And because Sammy had bought her, they're the Gifted Goofy. She's in the Gifted program at school. And they're the Gifted Goofies. So Sammy bought her a Goofy when we were out. And I couldn't find a bag big enough, so I made her one. So there's that. And my next sewing project that I want to do, I'll pull out this pattern again. See that bag? This is See and Sew B5842. I made this bag. Super easy. Loved it. I didn't do their handles. I had webbing, and I used the webbing instead because I needed something that I have more faith in than my abilities. So I did that. I want to make this. And just in case any members of my family are listening, Mama, Danny, Sammy, put your hands over your ears. Don't go la 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 la. I'm making purses for all the girls in my family. I'd make it for the men too, and they would probably carry it because my daddy and my husband are weird, and they're silly, and they have absolutely no shame. But I'm not. Just doing it for the girls. So, okay, you can stop. So to practice this pattern, take your hands off. To practice this pattern, I have some old, I went stash diving. And I have this cowl, which I love, and this coordinating plaid. See how they look nice together? Or flip it this way, whichever. And I think I'm going to do the body in the cows because you get to see the whole effect of this material. You see, it's got cows and sheep. And I think there's a horse in there. It's awesome material. So, and then this is just, plaid. So I thought I would do the straps in that. And I thought that'll be awesome. And that way, if it doesn't come out perfect, I've not wasted good material. And what do I mean by good? Oh, right. I love Joann's big old bags. Look. They have a Christmas one now. Okay, so by good material, I mean Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Look, see, I've got Doctor Who. You see? It says, I'm a madman with a box. So, ta-da. And it says exterminate all across the back. I bought 2 yards of each of these. Yeah, there's Cybermen and everything on this one. I bought 2 yards of each, and I had no clue what I'm going to do with it, but I know 2 yards is enough to do something. I don't know if I'm going to make one bag with, like, awesome bag, awesome lining, or awesome lining, awesome bag, awesome lining, or if I want to do 2 awesome bags with different lining. I don't know, but I got it. And I got to tell you, around here, finding nerdy material, not easy. It doesn't exist around here. The other bag I wanted to make, and I didn't print the pattern out, I'm so very sorry. The other pattern I want to make, and I hope you can see this, it's called Ethel. Oh, wait, my friend's text message was on there. So there's Ethel. And it's by Swoon Patterns. It's free. I want to try that. It's a very cute bag. It's a little tote bag. It's got a front little pocket. Um, it looks to be very roomy. I think the finished dimensions, hang on. It's on here. The finished dimensions, 19 and a half inches wide at the top, 13 inches wide at the bottom, 5 inches deep, and 10 inches tall. You only need 2/3 yards of exterior fabric, 3/4 yards of lining fabric, and a yard of fusible. So, there was a difficulty level there. What was that? No, I lost it. There was a difficulty level in there, and I don't know what it is now. Anyway, this is on my Pinterest board. So, it's Swoon Patterns, and it's called Ethel. And it looks like a lot of fun. It looks really cute. So, those are the things. The last thing that I have on deck that I want to do, but I cannot do until I finish one of the many works in progress that I've showed you. I got this gorgeous yarn earlier this year. A woman was moving on Ravelry, and she said she's not taking any yarn with her. How you could not take any yarn with you, I don't know. I would die. But she was getting rid of all of her stash, and there was a sweaters amount of Barocco Weekend DK, and I'm grabbing it as we speak. Oh, and the color is, what is this color? It only has a number, 2925. It had a cute name, but I can't remember what it is. Anyway, so this, because one of them was wound, she swatched with it. This is coming out a little more yellow than it is green. It truly is more green. It's like think spring onion, spring green. It's very spring greeny. And see, but it's very soft. It's cotton. I live in Florida. I mean, come on, people. I don't get much of an opportunity to wear sweaters, but I have enough of this because there are, and that's a full skein, that one that's wound up. It's just wound up. It's acrylic and Peruvian cotton, and there are, how many yards are in this thing? 268 yarns in a skein, and I have 6. I have 6. So I have enough to make me a February lady sweater, but I can't do it until I finish something else. But it's on my list of things to do. February lady in Barocco Weekend DK. And that is what I've got on deck. This weekend is going to be fun because Hobbit is going to go camping. I have to drop her off Friday at 6 o'clock, and she's going to go camp until Sunday morning at 10:30. A little annoyed having to pick her up at Sunday at 10:30 because that means I have to either be very late for church or miss church. Those of you who know me know that I enjoy church. We found a new church home, which makes us very excited. We've been searching for years. We've been going here and there, trying churches out because we just moved to the area about 3 years ago. Trying churches out, didn't find any that fit. Found one that fit weekend before last, just before Thanksgiving weekend. And it was wonderful. We loved it. The pastor was sweet. Southern Baptist, it was perfect. I don't know. I can't say any more good things about it. But Pastor Brian is actually, he was gifted a fighter jet experience. So Pastor Brian won't be there next week. He's going to be flying fighter jets, which is really kind of cool. And so that's that. That was my first podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it. That was my first attempt. I thank you for bearing with me if you stuck with me this far. I promise I will get better, and I will have a more streamlined approach to things. I know I ramble, because I ramble in real life, but that's me. And this was fun, and hopefully I'll be able to keep up with doing this, since I can't keep up with the writing much anymore with all the real life things that are kicking my tail. But anyway, thank you for joining in, and I will talk with y'all soon. Y'all have a blessed week, and bye.